life. Send me out of Bravo, kicking flavor in your ear. This is sunset, Rebecca, making problems disappear. Pass a gun in here quick, we just happy that you're here. This the album of your life, could be the album of the year.
Okay. Good morning, good fellas. Friday, payday type shit.
Payday. I got paid today. You got paid today?
Nah, I ain't get paid. Oh. But hey, it be like that. Like, but nah, we back with another video. Gator CEO is live in effect.
Yes, sir.
As always. And I'm here, of course, your gracious and humble co-host, Boogies. We got to talk about top 5 Dynasty rookie tight ends. Pretty much the rookies that's in the draft coming out, the 5 best ones that we see so far before they get drafted. Talent-wise, who do you think are the best 5? And, they make the biggest impact in their NFL careers.
Yeah.
Gator, how you feeling, man?
Oh, I feel this was a hard one for me, actually. So the one I liked the most, of course, was wide receivers. Into wide receivers. I'm into running backs too. Quarterbacks was great. Tight ends is an interesting one because of the position. Is just like as much. They all kind of look the same. They all 6'5", 6'4", 6'3". Okay, y'all all the same. Y'all all weigh the same. Mm-hmm. It's like, so what what makes you guys different from this person or that person? It's like we all know y'all gonna block. Y'all don't get used that often. So it's a very interesting ranking that I have here, and once again, I got another thing with these. I want to know why every comparison is Trey McBride. We need to there's way more tight ends than Trey McBride, Michael Myers, and Michael Mayers, and who's the other one I saw very often? Luke Musgrave. Like, come on, bro. What about the old tight ends? Can we compare them to like the OG tight ends? Or you
want Kittle and Witten?
Yeah, like I'm not. Well, I actually don't want Kittle. I don't like Kittle at all. But
wow.
But I definitely want some more mixtures of like Trey McBride was everybody's comparison, bro. I'm like, yo, what the hell? Why?
Wow.
Even though I love Trey McBride and I slept on Trey McBride when it was time to. A lot of us stepped on Trey McBride because it just didn't happen immediately. Mm-hmm. So it's a very interesting tight end room for the rookies, and I'm ready to break it down pretty much.
Okay. All right. So I guess you can start this off however you want to start it. You can go from top. You can go from 1 to 5. I don't know who you want to talk about first.
Let's start with 1. Let's start with 1. Since it's the tight ends, I'd rather start with 1.
Yeah.
All right. You already know I got my boy.
Yeah, Brock Bowers.
Yeah, you already know. I mean, there's so much about this guy that everybody's really liking. So let me just tell you about his measurables. He is 6'3", 243. Went to Georgia. He's a junior. This stat that Brock Bowers has over all the tight ends is crazy, and this is 40. His 40 is actually ridiculous as a tight end. He ran a 4.4. So, like, I can tell you right now, all those other tight ends that I have on my list, they ran 4.6s, and like this is like I was kind of like very impressed. He won the 2022 John Mackey Award. Is that like best tight end award type thing? Okay, he won in 2022, so that's that's good. His comparisons is McBride, Kyle Pitts, and Michael Mayers.
It makes sense. With him, it makes sense.
Yes. Let me see what else I can tell you about these. Let me tell you his numbers from last year: 56 receptions, 714 receiving yards, 6 touchdowns, and averaging over 12.8 air yards. So that's pretty decent.
And he got injured too, so he didn't play the whole season.
Oh, he got injured?
Yep.
Okay. I did not know that, but that's pretty impressive though for a tight end. So, his cons is that he's undersized. He struggles versus press, and he also has a problem with separation.
Yeah.
So these things is like, for me, being that you're a tight end
These are tight end things. Like,
yeah, these are. It's like I don't know. Maybe Bryce struggles from separation, but I'm just saying, like, these are things that he can definitely polish up in the league for sure.
Right,
like, you know
right.
what I'm saying his pros are you can line him up anywhere. He can be a wide receiver, can be a slot, and he's very good in blocking in space. And really, I just think he sounds like the ultimate chess piece of player that you can put anywhere and he can get work done. So this is definitely going to be my number one tight end off for Dynasty coming into this draft for sure.
What do you think is his best landing spot? I know it's a left field question that we had,
No, it's a solid question. I believe I would like to see him on the Chargers. Even though the Chargers just got some tight ends, I would like to see him on the Chargers. I don't think it's going to happen.
I never thought of that.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think the Chargers is going to drop down into the draft potentially. I thought they was going to take a receiver because they definitely need receivers, but they said star-studded receivers in this draft, 2024 draft. So they was like, hey, we can get that on the back end.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, this was one of the deeper wide receiver classes. I thought last year was deep. This year is deeper than that class.
Yeah, so I definitely expect, the Chargers. I would like for him to go to Chargers, but really, realistically, if the Jets don't move down, I think that would be a great spot for him too.
Okay.
Yeah, just give him A-Rod another weapon. Even though Aaron Rodgers doesn't throw to his tight ends often, but I mean, it's not bad to get another weapon. They need another weapon. They got Mike Will, they got Garrett Wilson and adding Bowers to that. That would be pretty good.
Right. No, I agree. I mean, you pretty much hit all the all his traits and everything. I will say that they do compare him a lot to Kittle.
Wow.
So that's the thing. He's too small to be like Gronk-esque.
Yeah, exactly.
But he has that in him. Like that in college, he was just once he get the ball in his hands, he is crazy.
Okay. What was his injury in college?
He had a high ankle sprain.
Oh, okay. Oh, we can come back from that.
He needed tightrope surgery, but
that's cool. Yeah, you'll be all right.
Yeah. So, but they do say he's the safest prospect in the draft. They say
like the whole draft,
the entire draft. They say he's bust proof. They say he's the best. He's one of the best tight ends prospects of the last decade. You know what I mean? So
wow, that's very interesting.
So yeah, they've been touting this guy as a top 10 pick this entire time and all that. So we'll see if all the shit that they're saying about him, we'll see if it holds true, because they said similar shit to Kyle Pitts, but they saying he had better prospect than Kyle Pitts. So
yeah, they are saying that.
We'll see. Number 2, I guess, right?
Yeah, number 2. Who do you have as number 2?
So I have Sanders, Javonte.
I'm okay with that. I don't have him at number 2, but yes, I am okay with that.
Yeah, he was a big recruit out of high school. Played at Texas. Texas have a lot of athletes, man. This year,
yeah,
the offense is crazy. The sophomore year, he had 55 catches, 600 yards, 5 touchdowns. He has size, athleticism. His 40 was a 4.6. Pretty good for his size.
Yeah, for sure.
He's not the prospect Brock Bowers is, obviously, but he is. I feel like he's like just a step above the rest. So I guess he's in his own class where he's not as good as Brock Bowers, but he's not as bad as the other ones, or he's not as in the league as the other ones.
Yeah.
I do think if he doesn't start this year, he's going to start next year. Kind of like I was going
to say that.
Kind of like a Michael Mayers type of situation, because Michael Mayers didn't really start with the Raiders, but he's definitely started this year.
Oh yeah.
So
for sure.
Yeah. Most definitely 6'4", 250. Yeah, he's been like a dynamic receiver, creates mismatches. So I think he'll do good in the league. Where he's drafted,
Yeah, it's going to be very important where he's drafted.
Yeah, that's going to be very important.
Yeah.
I don't know yet. I don't have a thought.
Yeah, because he definitely.
Hopefully the Commanders. Fuck it, like.
But it seems like the Commanders got their guy, man. I actually saw Cole Turner was. No, Cole Turner. Cole Turner was he was actually one of my players on my list comparisons. I was actually shocked that he made the list of a comparison. So
Yeah, that's crazy.
that's really crazy. I was like, but
Yeah,
I
hopefully
think
they
you guys
use.
got enough tight ends. But I mean, hey, if you
We don't got him in the room though.
yeah, if you want him, I'm supporting that. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
got some cons about him.
Mhm.
And the thing is, like, the first thing that you said is that that he might not start this year. So pretty much their con is that he's very raw in his skill set. Like it's like he's a tight end, yes, but he doesn't have the nuance of the tight end position all the way down back right now. And that's cool. And also he's not a good blocker. Not surprised.
Right. Yeah.
Not surprised. But there's a lot of pros about him. He can stretch the field. He's versatile. Creates a lot of mismatches. Dynamic receiving, and he also has good hands. And he also has very big hands. So, I mean, I seen a guy like that on the Steelers. What's his name? Darnell Washington. He looks amazing. Like he looks big. But he's not playing. So so it's one of those things where I'm like, I like you. I had him third on my list.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
He was compared to Kincaid, Michael Myers, and Trey McBride.
Kincaid, Michael Myers, and Trey McBride.
I'm like, are you sure?
Well, you better put him second on your list.
I mean, but the problem is everybody's comparing to Trey McBride. Like every tight end on my list, they compared it to Trey McBride. I'm like, yo, you give me somebody else, bro, please.
Now Sanders is tough. If Sanders loved the game, bro, there's no way he's not gonna be the second best tight end in this draft. But he has to like actually study the game because he has all the physical tools. So
yeah, literally, they were saying that. I'm like, they're like his athleticism is literally really good. So like,
yeah.
But we know how the tight end position, sometimes you really can't call it. And when it's, by the time you actually call it, because he had like 2 games in a row that were really good, he's gone. He's not on the waiver wire no more. It's like, yeah, you missed it. So like these tight ends, it's really hard to call it. Like I said, McBride, it was hard for us to call McBride. We all know he was good.
we call. I feel like we call. Well,
we called it early, but the production didn't show. Early. Yeah. So we all know, oh man, he's gonna be great. Okay, cool. You have Trey McBride. Cool. Now production, him not being productive had him on the waiver wire for a good time. He's definitely part of a lot of trades where it's just like, hey, I'll throw Trey McBride in there too. It's like, oh shit. And now you just traded him for what's his name? Rasheed White. It's like,
oh, for sure.
That was crazy. Why do you do that, Brian?
I mean, if you look at my team, it's self-explanatory.
Yeah, no. I know why you did that, but I'm just surprised. I thought you loved Trey McBride, and I was kind of like, wow.
I do, but I kind of did it for you. After I had a conversation with you, it's like I have the conversation you said about you try not to fall in love with your players. It's like, yeah, I fell in love with Trey McBride because like Trey McBride like Tank Dell was like a player I always believed in. Like it was me before anybody else, but like that shit don't really matter. Like,
damn, what Tank Dell? What you gonna do with Tank Dell? Not to go off topic too much, but
I'm gonna keep him. What am I trading for? Like,
yeah, you're not gonna get your value.
These there for a year, bro. Tank Dell for life.
Tank Dell for life, not for real. All right, let me get into. So that's your number 2. I'm gonna get into my player. I'm gonna give you my number. He's actually my number 2, but it's gonna be the number 3 player. It's gonna be Ben Sinnott.
Wow.
Now, hold on. Sorry, let me give you this is going to be the number 3 player, but this is my number 2 player, and it's not Ben Sinnott. I'm very sorry. It's Theo Johnson.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I was like, hold on, let me look at my sheet. But 6'6", 259, went to Penn State, was a junior, right? His numbers last year, he had 34 receptions, 341 yards, not a lot. 7 touchdowns and 10 yards averaging air yards. So those numbers are not like off the screen crazy. So that's cool. But his pros are he's very athletic, separates very well, good in the red zone, good at blocking, got good hands, good at I already said good in the red zone, and can play wide receiver slot. So he has that flexibility, which is great. The cons is that his motor is it seems like it's he seems like a player that might take some plays off. But I think that can all be fixed with like good coaching and culture. That can just depend on where you go. Like if you go to a team that the culture is not that good, you might not get better. So also he has a blocking issue sometimes, and he needs to also improve in his contested catching. Okay, so that's things. But I do like I like his comparisons: Cole Turner, Luke Musgrave, and Shoemaker. Most people some of these guys haven't really even produced in the NFL, but like their time is coming though. So this is I just love that he's 6'6", and I'm trying to look past the certain stoic tight end, and I'm trying to find that hybrid tight end really that can really get this shit done. Really, I'm tired of who's the tight end for the Bucks?
Cade Otton.
Very bland. He's a great guy.
I'm about to say he's not tough, but like, bro, sometimes he be having them games where it's like,
oh yeah, when Baker just when they
I remember they gave me like 8 catches, 80 yards, 2 touchdowns. It's like, damn.
Oh yeah.
You gave me 30 points and I started you? That's tough.
I feel like that's the life of a tight end. Sometimes the tight end is just gonna go off. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just really honestly feel like that's the life of a tight end sometimes. But he just seems very bland. And I'm trying to avoid those type of tight ends. I could be very wrong, but this is my number 2, but it's gonna be number 3 on the list for tight ends.
Okay. All right. So you say your number 2, I said my number 2. So now I guess my number 3 is another one where it's like I feel like he's in his own class, like it's tiers. Like he leads this next tier. And I guess it's the 3rd tier. For me, it's Cade Stover, tight end from Ohio State. He's versatile. Like he's just feel like he can do all things on the field. He can block. He's fundamental. He's basically like what you just said, Cade Otton. Like he does everything. He does everything at a high level. So of course, when he's drafted to a team, he's gonna play. Now it's like, how much is he gonna play? Is he gonna be a backup blocking tight end? Is he gonna be your number 1 tight end? Like, is he gonna be like Pat Fairmouth? I feel like that's like the kind of like the guy he could, potentially become.
That's not bad.
Yeah, Dawson Knox, Pat Fairmouth, all them tight ends where it's like, damn, like I wouldn't mind having them on my team. Really a guy I like looking at because he made a lot of big plays in big time games, so I know he has that in him. He's tough, he's explosive. He has average size of a tight end, 6'4", 245. Average speed, ran a 4.6. It's not bad. He did used to play linebacker 4 years ago. So, he converted to tight end, and he became a starter in 2022. But he has reliable hands, and like I said, well-rounded skill set. The problem with him is that when the season starts, by the end of the season, he's gonna be 24. So, getting an older guy. But still, he should be drafted 2nd or 3rd round. I think 2nd or 3rd round.
I'm about to say, besides Bowers, I think he's probably the most, like you said, like the most NFL ready. Like now, like for sure. One of the pros is that they say he understands the tight end position very well. It's so you can put him on the floor today, on the field today. His receptions last year was he had 41 receptions, 576 yards, touchdown. He had 5 touchdowns and average 14 yards, 8 yards. So that's pretty good. It seemed like he can stretch the field a little bit.
Yeah.
Some of his cons was blocking, lack of speed, lack of athleticism, and he gets tall in routes. So
he gets what in routes?
He gets tall. Like I guess they want him to be very like low to the ground, and he's probably just like running that jump like, hey, fuck it.
Yeah.
But like he definitely understands the tight end position, so definitely I understand where you're coming from with that. Let's see who else we have.
Who you got
on
number
this.
3?
Number 3. So funny. My number 3. So my number 3 was Sanders actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
You want
Sanders
to speak on him, or you're good?
Nah, you pretty much covered everything, and I kind of like threw some information about him too. Yeah, I'm pretty cool with him. So what we have 4?
Yeah, it's your number 4. Who's your number 4 then?
Our number 4 is Ben Sinnott. All right, he's being compared to Michael Mayer.
Is Ben Sinnott?
Yeah, Ben Sinnott.
Who was your number 2 then?
No, number 2 was Theo.
Oh, you said Ben Sinnott, but then you switched it to Theo.
Yeah, it was Theo actually. I kind of switched up my notes a little bit. So
okay.
But Ben Sinnott, he's being compared to Michael Mayers again. It's like Jesus, please stop. McBride, oh God, it's enough. And Tucker Craft. Shout out Tucker Craft. That's somebody that you was big on last year too. I was like, bro, why did you pick him up?
Oh yeah, I think Kraft better than Musgraves for real. But
whoa, hot take. Now that's crazy, but I feel you though. He did really good last year when Musgrave was out. But he's 6'4", 250. Played for Kansas State. He was a junior. His 40 was a 4.68, which is cool for his size. Cool. Pros is that he has good bursts. He finds the ball. He's good at locating the ball, tracking the ball. He's good at that. He's good at blocking in the run game as well. Also, contested catches. He's very good at that. Now, the cons is that he has problems with separating. I feel like most tight ends do have problems with separating. And what does this say? And they said his hand use is pretty bad. Like, that's one thing that I personally was not even thinking about when it came to tight ends. But, yeah, they do put the hands on a lot of people. So, they said he needs to get his wrist game up. He need to start using the little wrist clencher, I guess, or you gotta get better at this. But yeah, I mean that's all they really said about him. And his numbers last year, his receiving yards, his receptions last year was 49. Receiving yards was 676. Touchdowns was 6. Average air yards was 13.8. They say he's a multi-role. He's an inline multi-role tight end. He also has a lot of routes that he can run. So, you know, I like these tight ends. It's hard to call. They all kind of sound the same. So, I'm gonna put him number 4 on my list.
So I have Ben Sinnott at number 4 as well.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah. I don't really know if I have to talk about him because I feel like you hit it on the head. You know, he has a good tape. Versatile. He's 21 right now, so he's young. He's a tackle breaker. He breaks a lot of tackles. And he's a developed route runner. So, you know, good combine. And, you know, he's going to be one of the top 5 tight ends taken for sure. So, yeah, good landing spot. And he could, you know, do some things for you.
Make some noise. Not for sure.
Much.
Who do I have last on my list? We already covered him, but I have Cade. I think Cade is like I said, he's the bland tight end. Who's good. I'm not saying bland. Bland is good for a system, but like just dynasty wise, I'm thinking like he might be the last on my list that I would want to acquire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 5 for me, it's a tie between 2 athletic, you know, freaks at the tight end position. Theo Johnson,
Theo
260, yeah, having that number 5, 81-inch wingspan, you know,
wow,
mismatched tight end,
wow.
And I have him tied with Jaheim Bell, 6'3", 240. He's undersized at the tight end position, but he played well his sophomore year. Did well at the combine. Really could be a mismatch, you know, when he gets to the NFL. Ran a 4.59.
He's 6'2".
He's 6'3".
He best. Okay. Right here, tell me. They say he's 6'2". He got grills in this mouth. Amazing. I love him.
Oh yeah, he's a
definitely. Yeah.
6'3", 240. You know, traditional. Defies the traditional mode of a tight end, obviously, because he's smaller. Played a lot of fullback and slot receiver. Obviously, he played tight end. He played those as well.
That's what's up.
So, yeah, I mean, I think he's him and Theo Johnson are pretty much on the different spectrum of the athleticism. Theo Johnson's like bigger, stronger, also fast because Theo Johnson ran a 4.9 as well. But yeah, they're both athletic freaks, and if they put it all together, they should be good. But that's why I have them lower because, like, they have a lot of flaws in their games.
Yeah, a lot of learning of the tight end position for sure. Look at the guy Jaheim Bell, the guy that you just shouted out. His comparisons are Brevin Jordan, Okonkwo, our Maryland brother, and Sam Laporta. Whoa. And whoever doing these comparisons, I need to look at them in their face, bro.
That's tough.
Sam Laporta, he's my number one tight end next year.
That's tough.
That's what's up.
But I think we covered everything. You got any last thoughts about it? Any suggestions or any place you want these players to be drafted to that you would like to see?
The only person I really care about is Bowers, and I want to see where he goes. But everybody else is like, it seems like 3rd round, 4th round.
Are you drafting any of these players in your rookie draft? You looking forward to it?
Oh yeah, potentially. Yeah, I learned a lot from last year was my first like rookie draft for real. Besides your league. And that was like the old regime. So like the whole new going through the rookie draft, Musgrave was an earlier pick. Kraft was an earlier pick. So like, yeah, these guys are definitely going to be on my, like 2nd round lookout just to make sure I got these right players. Hopefully I get Bowers. Not in a second, but maybe late 1st. Case Stover. I mean, maybe Brian in a super flex. And a super flex tight end quarterback, yeah. I just acquired the 8th pick in our super flex league. So like, I think I got something for that. I think I got a good. I think I can fuck around and get Bowers.
It's so funny because I was about to acquire that pick, but like what he was asking me to do, I didn't want to do.
What did he ask you to do? Because he didn't ask me to do much, really.
He was asking me to give him like Mike Evans for like. Jacoby Myers, and then basically something similar to what your picks look like.
Yeah,
and I was just like, nah. Like,
seemed like he was trying to rob you.
Yeah, because the offer he sent you is the offer I sent him. That's the exact offer.
So I had an offer. So my first offer was, okay, let's swap first, and then I'll give you a 4th to incentivize you to want to put the trade off. He said, "Nah, let's just switch seconds." I was sure, fuck it, why not?
That's literally what I told him to do, and he didn't do it.
And then he did.
He said, "Let me think about it," and then he sent me a counter offer with Mike Evans and Myers in it. And it's like, bro, like, so it's kind of funny how Banana operates. Like,
you never know who you gonna love. I know he loves both of us, though. I'll say that.
It's very funny, but in the end, I'm kind of happy because I get to keep my 2025 first. And I need that because I have enough picks in this draft.
Yeah. And you acquired your picks in like within 3 days. I was kind of impressed by that. I was like, hold on, my man ain't have no picks in this draft, and y'all gave him like 4 or 5 picks in the draft.
Bro,
how did y'all do that?
I did that in your league, and I did that in Oki's league, bro. I'm a magician, bro. Like
in like 3 days, I'm like, y'all just suck.
and it's crazy because they don't know I can draft these rookies, bro. So
I'm shocked. So I'm like, yo, why? Like, it's all good though.
Nah, but yeah, I think that's the end of this video, man. Like, comment, subscribe, YouTube, IG, Twitter, follow us, TikTok as well. A lot of more content coming, a lot more channels being made. So just tap in. The draft is at the end of the month. Might see us in Detroit. Never know. And then next month, that's when all the drafts is going to start fantasy wise. So just lock in, tap in, bro. Gator, you good, Gator?
Yeah, I was about to say, I know it's not a basketball podcast, but I got my basketball gear on. I'm getting ready for the playoffs.
Okay.
NBA playoffs. Who I got? I'm always rooting for KD, so I got the Suns.
Wow.
I just hope they don't link Denver, and then we're good.
Oh, you might be disappointed again this year.
Oh, I think I will.
Damn. But all right, man. Signing off, man. CEO Gator, Boogies, we out, man. Y'all have a good day.
Send me out of Bravo, kicking flavor in your ear. This is sunset, like making problems disappear. Pass a gun.